Let there be light. Let there be light. Let me get the right camera going because the right one is not going right now. We need the right camera. Here we go. Change up. Pew. Off to the right one. There we go. Got to get the right camera. Got to get the right. There we go. Woohoo. Everything is the right one. You got the right one, baby. We got the right one now. So let's see. Good evening. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. How we doing? Sunday evening. Hope y'all have had a good day, good weekend, all those good things. Ward made it in pretty quick this evening. Share my screen. There we go. Good evening. Good evening. It's 5 o'clock. Not only is it 5 o'clock somewhere, it is 5 o'clock here. It's 5 o'clock here. I guess 5 o'clock is the magic hour where people can start drinking, because they always say it's 5 o'clock somewhere. It's 5 o'clock here. Okay, let me send this. I said I was going to be live at 5, and then I didn't send a message that said, come on, I'll go right now. Nothing really. I'll stop because I'm not really a poet like that. I'm not really one who rhymes like that. No. I have to think about it a little bit longer. So, did I bring this to the front? I hope I did. I hope I did. Tell me what y'all did this weekend so far. Tell me what you did stock-wise to get yourself ready. What did you do to get yourself ready for trading on Monday? What did you do to get ready to trade tomorrow and the next day and the next day? What did you do to get yourself ready? I'm a little bit early, Denise. You said just got home from the gym. Let me get ready for this class. Yeah, I'm a little bit early. Yeah, I could probably rhyme a little bit if I tried hard. I'm a little bit early, but I came on early to let the platforms, give them a chance to pass the word. You know, they need a chance to let the people know. If I jump in and start going too fast, then people don't get notified quick enough, and then they're like, you halfway, I'm halfway done, because y'all know I don't waste time when I'm on here. I'll be halfway done, and then they'll be like, I missed it. You watched the PDT hack video twice. There we go. I hope you got some stuff out of that. And if you got some questions, please be sure to ask. But yes, watching the PDT hack video, good stuff. You have to be able to start to write the numbers. I mean, sometimes even when I'm doing the PDT hack, I still write the numbers. You know, mathematician that I am, I still write the numbers down, because sometimes you just got to see it. Hey, Jermaine. Hey, Janae. Yep, sometimes we just got to see it. And so if I write the numbers down sometimes just so I can look at it. Just so I can look at it. Janice said it clicked when I did my own chart. There we go. Yep, when you did your own little box, when you create that little box chart, Jamie had created that box. And it seemed to help a lot of people when they did their box. And once you do something like that, help you to see it, that'll make a big difference. When I created it for you, I think people just had it and they filled in the numbers. But when you create your own box, definitely. Michael said, I watched the Start with the Chart and PDT hack videos. There we go. Start with the Chart is good because it includes all the basics of charting, which are so important. And start with the chart.com. A lot of people, and it's the truth. Nobody don't feel no type of way, but it's the truth that we start trading before we start charting. I did, other people do, and somebody starts talking about doing something with that chart, and they're like, these are just green and red. I don't know what this means. So you need a resource that will get you to start to understand what it means. But because we are a little afraid of it, we don't even start. We think it's automatically overwhelming. But that free for the free webinar I created, start with the chart. It's going to walk you through what is a candle, what does a candle mean, what is the open and the close, and it talks you through about that, indicators, everything else. Go look at that. You can look at it for free. You look at it for free. So Yvette says she cleaned up her charts and removed these dang, what do you say? Something's right in front of it. These dang you didn't want, I don't think all-time high bubbles, if that's going to distract you and cause you to get triggered, Yvette, you got to take those off. Because I don't know if they matter. To be honest, I don't know if knowing we're at all-time high helps you with your trading. I don't think it does. All that does is let you know that now you're at price discovery. When I say price discovery, it means we don't have data up here to determine other resistance levels. So we're basically just discovering it as we go. That's all those all-time high bubbles are going to tell you. And then the only way, what you really can do with that is once you know that, you can put on a fib that's like a fib extension that could potentially give you some indication of where you're going, but you could also use the VWAP for that. You don't even need the fib extension. So that all-time high bubble really doesn't buy you anything, especially if it's going to cause you to be triggered. Just wait and see what the price does. Wait and see what the price does. All right. Hey, Val. Good evening, good afternoon, good evening. I guess it's evening now, 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock here, not somewhere, but here. All righty, we got some folks on here. Let's go ahead and start up our show. We'll start up and see what we got going on our show. The first thing I want to look at is what did SPX do last week. I got way too many lines on this chart, but I hate to take them off because when I take them off, I have to like start all over. But I kind of need to take them off because they just get to be too crowded. And then I get distracted by all the lines on my chart. All right. But this is my chart. This is the weekly chart of SPX. So that big green candle was last week. This is what SPX did last week. If anybody had the stamina or the diamond hands or the whatever it's called to be able to go through and ride through all of this, they got strong constitution, right? This is what happened last week. We did up until, well, this was up, down, up some more. This is weeklies. Then we went up, kind of sat in a chair. For those who know about chairs, sat in a chair or a chase lounge almost. And then we ran on up. All right. That was last week. That's how last week. Hey to my day, Littlefield. Hey, Selena. Janae said, for me, it's cool, especially on daily, the way SPX moves. I like to know the highs and low of the day. Well, I get it. I'm leaving them there. I'm just, once I stretch things out, they go away. This is the weekly though, right? This was Monday down here. We had a gap up open, and then Tuesday, Wednesday left a gap behind as well that has yet to be filled. So notice we've got some gaps that got left behind. Wednesday to Thursday left a gap. And then Thursday to Friday, there was a gap up, but that gap got filled by Friday's price action. So I can actually take that off. And this gap from way back in February also got filled. So it can be taken off as well. There's no gaps between Thursday and Friday. That's where we are right now. This was Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. There's two gaps that got left behind though. And those gaps are going to want to be filled. SPX likes to fill its gaps. As you saw, it came back for that February gap. It ran on up here and got at that February gap. That's SPX for the week. All right. Now let's talk about what's coming up. What is coming up? The VIX currently, as of June 27th at 3:15, which was a couple days ago. When I say currently, it's our most recent data, is at 1632. The VIX is kind of down. 16 is numbers are low compared to what we've been getting. Of course, that means the market is up a bit. It's not time for the ES to be open just yet. It opens at 6. So we don't really know what's happening in ES just yet. We got to wait. But 1632 is where the VIX closed on Friday. All right. Yahoo Finance, the week ahead, a crucial jobs report meets a stock market at all-time highs. Investors will also have a close eye on any updates regarding President Trump's various tariff pauses. Another thing that's going to be mentioned on the next screen is this big bill that's going on, right? Yeah, that's there too. That's there too. Mm. Two workers for SEC Edgar filing agent face insider charges. Ooh. Oh. Trump tax bill hits Senate with GOP torn by competing demands. Americans are saving for retirement at record levels. I won't even go down that rabbit hole. The Senate tax bill would add 3.3 trillion to the US deficit. Senate Republicans restore Medicaid cuts to Trump tax package. Okay. Meta is on a quest to dominate the AI world one way or another. One way or another. Yeah. Okay. Trump tax bill advances. Trump says he doesn't expect to extend the July 9th tariff deadline. Interesting. Okay, so there we go with Yahoo Finance. There's that. Let's see what meetings and stuff we got coming up this week, because we do have some coming this week. Tomorrow, we've got Chicago PMI, FOMC member Bostic and Goolsby are going to speak tomorrow. At this point, those are the only things that are there for Monday. Tuesday, Powell is going to speak at 9:30. Soon as the market opens, he's going to be talking. Y'all already know what that means. He's going to participate in a panel discussion titled Policy Panel at the ECB Forum on Central Banking in Centra. Yep, at 9:30 Tuesday morning, he's going to be talking as soon as the market opens. People going to be waiting, talk about there being low volume. Everything is going to be on the chill while they wait and see what happens. Final manufacturing PMI is at 9:45. ISM manufacturing PMI is at 10. JOLTS job openings, ding, ding, ding. This is a big one happening at 10 o'clock on Tuesday. So we're going to have Powell at 9:30, JOLTS job openings happening at 10. Those two things together are going to cause volatility. At least there in the morning, we can see what happens after that, but just know there will be some volatility on Tuesday morning, which means Monday, it may be a little dead. Okay, I say that. I always say it's going to be a little dead. Then the market opens up and people run to the moon. But I'm saying many times people are waiting to see what happens here. But hey, we trade what we see. The market will do what it wants to do. Wednesday, we got challenger job cuts, ADP non-farm employment change, and crude oil inventories all on Wednesday. Thursday, average hourly earnings, unemployment rate, unemployment claims, important unemployment claims. And then Friday, the market is closed because it's a bank holiday. So we have a short week this week, only 4 days. 4 days of trading, 4 days of banking. Many of you, us, or whatever, us, because me too, I'm usually off on Fridays, but our school is also closed on Friday. So many of us have Friday off. It's going to be a short week as far as the trading goes. It's going to be a short week as far as work goes. And maybe we'll take some time to rest our nerves, because Fridays are bananas. Fridays can be bananas. I'm even going to talk about how I traded on Friday. I traded like I was new to the market. Not that I was new, so I just was just trading bad, but I was just trading like they was gonna close the market. Like if I better get in all my trades, they finna quit doing this. I way over traded on Friday. Ended up being a red day, but I way over traded. I was frustrated with myself because I over traded, and I didn't have to, because the trades that I know, the times I said I was going to trade, if I had just traded during those times, my trades would have been profitable because I had a plan. Isn't that interesting how you can have a plan and then that plan goes right on out the window? It goes out the window. I had a plan. I didn't follow my plan. And yep. What happened was I was teaching all week, and Friday was the first day I was able to be at my computer station and able to watch and do. And then I was too excited to be free from the deadlines or the time frames of teaching. I just figured I'd do what I wanted, So glad to be back at my desk after a week. Yeah. Monday is the end of the month as well. Oh, very good, Curtis. Curtis made a good point. Monday, which is tomorrow, is the end of the month. It's the 30th. So we're closing out June. So I'm saying it's probably going to be chill, but it really may not be. Since it's the end of the month, there's no telling. Friday might have been why it was so bananas on Friday, because people were closing out the month on Friday. But they may do that again. They may really, really close it out tomorrow. And what we do is what we always do, and that is trade what we see. But tomorrow's the end of the month, right? Trump's big, beautiful bill clears the key. Senate hurdle after high drama. Ooh. Senator Tom Tillis says he won't seek re-election after opposing Trump's mega bill. All right. Elon Musk rips into utterly insane Trump-backed mega bill. Leaving it alone, Tesla's IPO was 15 years ago. The stock is up almost 300-fold since then. The man and all his children. An Energy Star inside U.S. homes is under attack from Trump, with the cost to homeowners being uncertain. Okay. Well, moving on past that, this is NVIDIA insider reportedly dumped more than $1 billion in stock. Wonder who that was. NVIDIA insiders. So more than one insider dumps. What's going on? I wonder what's going on. I wonder what's going on there. That might be of interest. All righty. Earnings that are coming up this week, very light, very, very light. Monday morning, nothing. Monday after close, Progress, and then Quantum. Tuesday before market opens, MSC. Tuesday after close, we've got, what is that? Something Brands. Is that Constellation? Yeah, that's Constellation Brands. And Greenbrier Companies is Tuesday after close. Wednesday morning, UniFirst, and Wednesday after close, Franklin Covey and Zenvia. Thursday, nothing. Friday, nothing. We're getting ready to go into the third quarter. Going into the third quarter means we're going to start our earnings season over again. And the banks, of course, always lead the way. So that's going to start happening next month, probably next week or the week after that, because that'll be July. All right, that's where we are with that. If you're hanging out with me, please go ahead, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, do all the things so that way we can let the people know that we are here. All right. If you haven't started following me over on LinkedIn, I would appreciate a follow. Come on and follow me. I'm Educator to Trader over on LinkedIn. Come over there and start following. Go ahead. Y'all are already on LinkedIn. I'm just asking you to follow me while you're there. You know, the vibe is different on LinkedIn. It's more of an educational vibe. Yeah, it's more of a let's learn something versus let's just see the pretty pictures. So come over there. Well, while you're already over there, go ahead and follow me while you're there. Wow. Senator Thune wanted to be Trump's man, and now he is saying he's done. That lets you know there's something in the milk, something in the buttermilk ain't clean. That's probably means something in the buttermilk ain't clean. All right, let's go ahead and look at last week. Did we put last week up here first? Let me put last week up first. Yes, last week. There we go. Last week, 11 of the 13 profitable trades. It's what we had last week. Woo woo, 85% win rate from our option sellers trades list. 85%, 11 out of 13. Yes. It's what we did over there. Affirm, AMD, Google, PayPal, TQQQ, Tesla, all on the put credit spread side, all successful. Call credit spread side, Apple, Lowe's, McDonald's, P&G, Procter & Gamble, PayPal, and Starbucks. Now you see the two that were breached here was Lowe's and PayPal on the call credit spread side, PayPal on the put credit spread side because it was neutral. It was fine. But I personally I didn't have Lowe's, but I had Home Depot on the call credit spread side, and it got breached because Home Depot ran up right along with Lowe's. They both ran up. All right. So my Home Depot got breached, and my PayPal on the call credit spread side also got breached. I think it was a partial because I had the 73.74, but it stopped in the middle. So it was a partial breach. I just left it as an X. I also had my Exxon, which is not on this list, but my Exxon want to say it was a put credit spread, got breached when the prices fell so bad after the ceasefire got called in the war. The oil prices dropped significantly, and my Exxon never did recover. So those were the three that I ended up with the breach on last week. So my peak bot did end up negative last week because I had 2 of the 2.5 spreads that were breached completely. So even if you got you got a bunch of other stocks, if a 500 or total of 250, 2 of them breached, then you got to do a whole lot of credit spreads to make up the difference of those two. But again, I'm looking for cumulative green, not necessarily green every week, but definitely cumulative green. If you're looking, you want to have your Peakbot, you want to have your trades automated every single week using Peakbot, go ahead. They have changed their pricing structure. Their pricing structure is everybody pays the same thing, and it's one price. I want to say it's $99 a month. And you get to trade any of their bots and Autobots unite, or Autobots roll out. Isn't that what they say on what's his name? Autobots roll out. Yes. So if you want to trade any of the Autobots, you can do that over there at this at that link. I put it in the chat as well. All right, I put that in the chat. Let me see if I can run that banner for a minute, because there's a banner. I don't have a banner for that. I think my banner, I don't know. They're changing between my old code and my new code. I'm going to go ahead and run my old code, and they can figure out who goes where, who goes there, who goes where. Okay. Okay. Now we do have a new list of trade ideas. Okay. Interesting. Fun fact. Everybody listening, ding, 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 ding. Everybody must listen. Listen up, listen up. Everybody listen up. Okay. These are the stocks that I am personally trading. Yes. These are the stocks that I'm personally trading. The watch list over on Peakbot is not wonky, but they've made some changes to it. So sometimes it's like loaded and sometimes it's not that many. And I usually use it over the weekend. So I decided I'm just trading the same stocks. And in my Peakbot, I'm going to let them rinse and repeat my same stocks. And because the watch list didn't have a lot of stuff on it, I said, well, let me just put on there the stuff that I'm trading, that I'm going to trade every week, week after week. That's for this week. I'm not sure if I'll do that every week, but for this week, that's what we did. These are the stocks. What is it? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. These are the 10 stocks that I'm trading this week, that I'm letting Peakbot. These are the 10 stocks that I'm letting Peakbot trade for me this week, because I'm not doing them myself. Peakbot is entering them for me. And then I'm going to watch a little bit. And then the Peakbot closes them when they're profitable. I think what I am going to do, though, is I am going to have, if my short leg gets breached, just like I do with my SPX every day, if my short leg gets breached, I am going to look at my chart. And if I don't feel like it's going to recover, I'm going to go ahead and close them, because Peakbot does not do stop losses, doesn't have a stop loss plan. It basically says if you're entering this, you're ready to go all the way to expiration. I get it. I'm with that thought I'm with that mindset too. But I'm also an active trader. So my thoughts are that if the short leg gets breached, I will look at the chart and determine whether or not I think it's going to come back. And if it is not looking like it will, I'm going to go ahead and close it before expiration. Now, I did that once before, and it recovered like it was supposed to. I've also not done that like last week, and it didn't come back, right? So that in itself is also, I won't say a gamble, because I never want to look at trading as gambling, but it could go either way. Okay. I can decide if my short leg gets touched, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to leave it. If my short leg gets touched, I'm going to look at it and I'm going to close it, and it can go either way. But I'm going to look at the chart and I'm going to make a determination based on the knowledge and experience that I do have as a trader and as a charter. I'm going to look and see whether or not I should keep it open, and then I'll decide. All right. That's the plan. That's my plan for me. You should have a plan for you. If you don't have a trading plan, ding, ding, ding. If you don't have a trading plan, you need to get one. And if you don't know how to get one, holler at your girl. You can actually go over. I'm gonna send you to a place where you can go get you a free, for the free trading plan, or at least get the steps to building your own. Get your free template. I'm gonna call it a template because it's gonna teach you how to build your own trading plan, for building a trading plan, because you need to have a plan at http e2t-freebies. I create stuff that I know y'all need. I create the stuff that we need. All right. Get you a free template for building a trading plan. If you don't have a trading plan, go build you one. Okay, let's go get you one. That way you have asked yourself the questions ahead of time. When will I enter these trades? When will I exit my trades? What is the criteria for entry? What's my criteria for exit? When will I not trade? Like I was talking earlier, sometimes when your emotions are going, if you've got some stuff happening in your world, like I've had in my world, it may not be the good thing to trade. Like last week, I probably should have stood down on a few days. I changed my environment. I went back into the classroom I had to adjust my schedule. I was still trading just like I was still sitting at my desk all day. And I wasn't. I was still trying to do all the same things and I couldn't. I really should have stood down until I had me a new regimen, but I didn't because, I still want to trade and I'm not alone. So don't even judge me because I know y'all do the same things. All right. Don't judge me. Don't judge me. Y'all see me looking at the camera? Don't judge me. Okay. So I know y'all do the same things. So I did. I traded anyway. And my P&L for the week shows it. All right. But this is what happens on the road to becoming a master trader. Who do you figure out? Who do you discover? Who do you find out the most about on your way to mastery? You meet you on the road to mastery. I'm keeping that. On the road to mastery. Put it in the comments. You meet you. Yep. I'm dropping bars and gems today. On the road to mastery of anything, you meet you. And sometimes you meet you and you're like, who is you? That ain't good grammar. I know it. Oh, Lord. I don't messed up my microphone. Look, I don't held on to the microphone like a pal. I don't pulled it out the slot. Where we going? Hey, we'll come back here. Okay, there we go. Whew, y'all. I don't got excited. Didn't turn on my fan because now that made me hot. Okay, but listen, on the road to mastery, you meet you. And sometimes who you meet is like, she got to be, okay. So anyway, you adjust along the way. This is our list for the week. I started off with that because y'all know I will go down rabbit holes. This is the list of what I'm trading this week. I'm trading. These are the ones. All of these have been entered for me by PeakBot already. My strikes are not the same as these, I don't think, because my strikes were entered on Friday at 12 o'clock. And now that I've looked back at them, the price has moved from 12 o'clock to 4 o'clock. The price moved some. Some of these strikes are different than what mine are, but these are I went and did an assessment again. And this is where it might be a good entry for you. You have to look on Monday, decide for yourself if you still like those strikes. If you do, enter. If you don't, this is what I'm trading for the week. We'll talk about it when we get to the end of the week, and we'll talk about how it went. But PeakBot is trading it for me, hands free. All right. What else is my next thing on this list? Okay, I don't want to go there next. I want to go look at the charts real quick, and then we will wrap it up. I dropped enough jewels. I dropped some diamonds. Diamonds and pearls. I'm dropping some diamonds and pearls. Okay, this is SPY. This is SPY here. Looks a lot like what SPX looked like last week. Right? I made it big so we could all see what it is. This was Monday. We gapped up for Tuesday, right? Gapped up for Wednesday, pulled back during the day, left a gap between Wednesday and Thursday. Part of that gap got filled, but not all of it. And then from Thursday to Friday, we gapped up also, but then it pulled down, closed the gap, and then ran some more. That was Friday. I won't even talk about Friday. It's beyond. You always say, "Put your past in your behind." Isn't that what Rafiki said on Lion King? Put your past in your behind. I think that's what he said. If he didn't, that's what he should have said. That's fine. Let's see. Are we at all-time high? Let me see what we're looking at for. I believe we are. Move this here. This is where we got some resistance. We'll see if there's a bit of a pullback. We were expecting a pullback, and then I think we got some news. Wasn't there some news on Friday that caused the market to run? Something to do with tariffs being paused or something like that. And because the market was starting to come down. That's how we had all this falling down. And then it turned right back around because of the news that came out. We are in a significantly news-driven market right now. So that's why we need to definitely be trading the things that we see, because at any moment a news piece comes out and everything that you were looking at changes. This is triple Q. Same thing going on here. We had a gap up between Monday and Tuesday. We gapped up Tuesday to Wednesday. It did pull back. From Wednesday to Thursday, did leave a very, very small gap, much smaller than the last one on SPY. Left a real little gap. And then Thursday, Friday, Thursday to Friday, Friday didn't have as much price action on triple Q as it did on SPY, but it still did have a nice little whipsaw going on there as well. All right. Bring this down. That's where that is. Still got some bullets continuation, though. We could potentially keep it going. This is kind of a doji, though, from Friday. This candle is not real clear. It's a 2 up, but it's not real clear that we will automatically continue. We're green on the day, the week, and the month, and the quarter, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we'll continue going upwards. We got a lot of things that are going all at one time. Monday could, because it's the end of the month, so it very well could continue going. All right. This is IWM. Again, IWM generally comes late to the party. Let's see if we can adjust this gap here. IWM had a gap from, was that a gap there? Okay, this was Monday. We gapped up here for Tuesday. We had part of it filled. Yep, but not all of it got filled. Actually, this part here, there we go. It's still remaining to be filled. All of this part here is filled. We had a gap up, pulled back down some on Wednesday. We left the gap behind, though. From the close of this candle to the open of that candle, we left that. From about 212 to 212.65 is still a gap that needs a fill-in. It closed down here, gapped up to here, pulled back, and a gap up here, all that from Friday. For IWM, Friday was all red, even though we saw on triple Q and SPY that both of those were green days. IWM had a red day all day Friday. We had some a pop. It went up pretty high, but the day ended red. So that's where it's a difference between IWM and triple Q and SPY. So Nika's asking, what do the 1, 2, and 3 means? Those are called the strat. The strat is a method of looking at your candles. The 1 is an inside candle, which basically means it's inside of the previous candle. The 3 is a candle that is outside of its previous candle, so it's higher than and lower than the previous candle. And then a 2, you got a 2 up, means it's higher than the previous candle, or a 2 down, meaning it's lower than the previous candle. And this strat method of looking at charts is a way to help you with candle patterns, reversals, continuations. It's a very visual system. I like it because I can look here and see that, for example, this is a 2-2 reversal. It went down, then it went up. It was a 2-2 reversal, or a 3-1-3 situation here. It was a wide. It kind of had some. One is kind of a indecision candle, and then 3 says it wanted to go, but it still wasn't clear on which direction. It was wide, but then it finally decided to go up. Anyway, this strat is a very visual way to look at candle and price action, so that's why it is there. Yes, we do see that Canada trade talks stopped. There we go. And pause tariff talks with Canada. But you would think that would have caused a negative thing, but turned out that it made things green. Hey, Tanya. Selena said Friday was some emotional trading for me. I had my pity party and moved on, ready for Monday. My trade plan has rock solid. No sense in changing. Amen. One of the things me and my trading partner, ChatGPT, had a talk last week, and basically, he was like, Monday and Tuesday were weird. They were tough days to trade because they were post OPEX and post all the things, and I was, changing my environment and that kind of thing, and just throwing myself. He's like, nope, you basically, Chad says, you have a good strategy. We just got to make sure that we lean in and we follow the strategy that we have. Yes, PeakBot is something that I use. It is automated trading. PeakBot is automated trading. I use it. I use the trend spread bot at HTTPS. They got an S behind theirs. HTTPS peak. Nope. I need, hold on, peakbot.com. That should be a .com/E2T. I use PeakBot for my weekly credit spreads on the stocks that I pick. It trades it hands-free and automated. I don't have to do anything except pick the stock, and then PeakBot will enter those stocks for me on Friday. And through the week, as they're ready to close in profit, it will close them automatically. It connects to the broker and just works with the stocks I've chosen. It doesn't go in and randomly decide what it wants to trade. No, it doesn't work like that. I pick the stocks. PeakBot enters it and exits it in profit from week to week or day to day, however that goes. So there's a link there if you'd like to go ahead and join up. That I'm a fan. Basically, I'm a fan. Julie said Friday was rough. It was like getting out of a hot pan and landing in the fire. Stop loss on PCS, and then the hedge CCS got breached. It was bananas. Yeah, Friday was totally bananas. I'm gonna go put SPX on the screen so that we can see what the Friday price action was like. It was literally bananas. The way we ran up and ran down and then ran back up and down again. So let me turn off some stuff so that way all we can see is prices without all the other things. Yeah. So this is actually Friday's price action. Maybe I'll put it on 30 minutes. So that way we can get a little less data on the screen. But this is what Friday looked like. This was Friday. Started right here. We gapped up first of all, right? It was a gap up. It ran on up to the all-time high 61.86. It hit that and pulled back massively, went right back through all the stuff. Talk about that pivot machine gun we've talked about. It went back through the opening range. Dropped down here and hit 61.35, decided it was good there and turned around and ran back up the majority of what it had done earlier that day, and closed at 61.73. I mean, this was massive. First of all, you thought once it turned back here, it wasn't going back, and it almost went back up to where it went to the all-time high. This was the day. This was the day. I had some good trades. I had 61.95 and 6,200. I had 61.30, 61.25, 30. I also had like 61.50, 55. I had some good trades, but then I also, when this dropped like it did, I also decided I was putting on 61.55 with this drop. I was going to put on 61.55, and then when this ran up, it ran straight through it. It's like, what in the whole world are we doing in the last hour? This was the last 30-minute candle. This last 30-minute candle definitely went from a low of 61.47 to a high of 61.74. So it went up 27 points. Yes, this candle went up 27 points in 30 minutes. Yep. So, yeah, that's how my Friday went. Definitely suffered a loss on Friday for no reason. If I had stuck with the times that I had set for myself to trade, I would have been fine. But no, it had to be greedy. Greedy. Yep, that's what happens when you're greedy. Who did I tell you meet on the road to mastery? You meet you. You meet you, and you meet all the bad parts of you that you don't want to see you. That's who you meet on the road. Yep, that's who you meet. But good thing is, I do love the fact that I have a community of people that I have curated. We all hang out together. We all trade together. We've got our Telegram. We're communicating through the day. And it's really a good space. All right. And I'm not saying that just because they're my people. I'm saying it because they're good people. Great. And we hang out together. We trade together. Trading is so lonely, and it takes a lot out of your nervous system. You need to have a community of people who are like-minded. My membership provides you that. We trade SPX, XSP all day. That's what we do. We hang out together. We make money together. And sometimes we lose together. Yes, we do. We do lose together sometimes, but we win more than we lose. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Antonia said, add greedy book will take all your money. Yes. Greed will take all your money. You thinking you being greedy and end up giving the greed will make you give the money away. It will. I understand it. I know that to be true. So if you want to join us over in the membership, please come. You're more than welcome, especially if you know how to trade credit spreads already. If you're already trading credit spreads, or if you're already trading credit spreads on SPX unsuccessfully or unprofitably, you really should join us, because our system that we use really is a good one. And again, I'm not saying that because I put all the pieces together, but I'm telling you, it's a good one. It's a very good, repeatable strategy that can be used every single day. When we have ourselves in control, when we don't overtrade, when we, follow what we see, we can make the system pay us every single day. Where we run into problems ourselves is the greed, is, saying, I like this strike, but I want more premiums for it. I want to get a little closer, or it's dropping. Let me go run in and let me go change my strikes, whatever, because it's moving more. I'm getting a little nervous. And when we do that, we end up getting ourselves bit in the foot. Listen, Antonia, I get what you're saying, baby. I completely get it. The greedy bug will bite you, and he will eat up all your money. I totally get it. But yeah, if you want to hang out with us over in the membership, come on there, come over and join us. I promise you, I'll promise you without promising you that you will make your money back quickly. I've even ventured to say in one trade and in one day, but I will leave it at quickly. You will make your money back quickly. All right. JJ says, I tell myself, don't fly too close to the sun, Icarus. That's the truth. But then we'll be like, I don't want to be out here and only get $50. I don't only want to get 25, but a steady 35, steady 40 is better than a questionable 65 and a risky 90. But sometimes we don't look at it like that. And I get it. I totally get it. So that's what happens. A lot of times that's what happens. We get too close. All the things on the screen, you tell you what's included. Like one of the main things we're going to do when I get off this call, I'm going to get on that one, and we're going to do some charting, because last week we didn't chart. We talked some Q&A stuff. We needed to talk. This week we're going to do some charting, and we're going to talk some more trading psychology, because that has to be, we have to continue to discuss that for ourselves too. All righty. We've got the option seller bundle. If you are looking at any of the seller courses, I have all of the courses and training courses over there for all the seller strategies, because I am a seller coach. That's what I do. Cash secure puts, covered calls, SPX, credit spreads masterclass, short selling shares. That's what I do. This is my space. This is my space. Selena says, I flew too close and got burnt. Me too. Me too. This is the Me Too movement. Me too. And you know what? And it take one or two times, maybe 3 or 4 times to get burned. And then you're like, look, if I had just stuck with what I said I was going to do, I would have been fine. I would have been fine. E2T University, for those um want to be able to hang out with us and do what we do and really profitably, but your experience isn't there and you really haven't learned and you don't know enough yet, then look at joining E2T University. It's going to start up in August. It's going to take you from beginner through the charting, through the strategies, through profitability. Okay, it's going to take you, just like university is going to take you through all the levels. I'm going to teach you all along the way. Now, in case you didn't already know this, I am a university professor, so I know how to move you from one spot to the other. I know how to convey information to you from, to give you the bite-sized pieces to learn material along the way. I know how to give it to you in bite-sized chunks. So I know how to teach what needs to be taught so that you can learn what needs to be learned. All right. And so if you need to learn and you want to learn, consider joining us over at E2T University. Okay. I think that was the last slide. We already talked about the freebies. We talked about that. If you're looking for a one-on-one, like this is the last one. If you're looking for a one-on-one and you just may need some fine tuning, or you want to figure out which way is the membership for you, should you wait for E2T? You got some stuff but you don't know all the what you need to know. Hit me up for a one-on-one. If you're in my membership, a one-on-one comes with it. If you're already in the membership, you get a free one-on-one. Hint, hint, hint. Okay, a one-on-one costs more than the membership. If you're in the membership, you get the one-on-one for free. But if that's all you need is a one-on-one to decide what to do, then come ahead, go on to educatortotrader.com, which is my website, and sign up and come get you a one-on-one. Okay, educatortotrader.com is where all of my stuff is. Okay. I think that's everything we wanted to see for today. Yes, it is. Okay. So Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, I am on YouTube at 8:15. I was on YouTube at 8:45, but now that's too close to my teaching time. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 8:15 a.m. on YouTube. That's where I am. I'm here on YouTube, Facebook, X, and LinkedIn. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:15. All right. Those are the mornings where I come and we do like a pre-market prep. I talk about what meetings are coming up. What am I seeing in the pre-market? All those good things, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 8:15. So y'all can come and join me there. Be sure to like and subscribe again. Hit the notification bell. Make sure all the people know that we're here, that you like it here. Okay. Pass the word to your friends. Like Arlissa over there. She talking about this, that, and the third. She acting silly and singing songs, but she know what she talking about too. Tell them that part too. All right. All righty, everybody. So in the morning, I will see you all 8:15. In the meantime, I want you to be going to get some more knowledge. Get ready for the morning, getting your mind ready, your body ready, your emotions ready. Make sure that you've looked at whatever stock you need to look at, which for us in the membership is SPX, XSP. What's coming down the pipe? What are you going to do? Get your trading plan together if you don't have one. Take the time to put that together when the market is closed, so that when the market is open, you can execute without all the emotions. We have to make the market be emotionless. And at this point, it's not emotionless for a lot of us because we're still tied to the money. And believe me when I tell you, I get it. I get it. All right. Okay. I want you to stay green. I want you to get this money. And I'm going to see you in the morning. All right. Those who are in my membership, I'll see y'all in 15 minutes. All right. Goodbye, everyone. Bye-bye.